Hi, recently I did this, which is a sheath for my new, sheath for my Miko spike. Now I thought I'd demonstrate how I tied this knot here, because I kind of made it up and I think I'll probably forget if I don't put it down somewhere. So I've made another one. I've used a different sinnet here. I'm not sure if it's as successful actually, but I think I prefer the simple over 2. This is an over 3 over 1, but it becomes a little less stable, leaving a hole in the middle, which is ironic because normally you tie it because it's more stable, but then you pull it so there's no hole, which is what gives it its snability. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Yeah, so it fits nice and snug, but we're going to do this knot, which is starts up the top with a man rope knot, and then it's under 3 wall knot here, and then an over 2 crown just to finish it off at the top. So one step at a time. We'll do the man rope knot, which is, don't need that in there, just a series of walls to start with. 1, 2, 3, and just all the way around. And the last one goes up underneath the first one. Okay, so that's our beginning of it. That's the wall part. Now we've got to crown it. The reason I thought of doing this initially was because once you've tied the man rope, the cords will be pointing down, so I wondered what would happen if you then reversed them again and pointed them back up, whether you get more bulk or whatever. But as it turns out, it turns into quite a nice thing. Now to crown it, we don't go over there, because then it's just flopping around. We go over the base line and back down through there. So this one goes over the one next to it and down through that gap. And just keep repeating that all the way around. To go. This is 10 strands, obviously. Down here I started with 6 strands, and at this point I added another 2, which, because they're centered strands, it gives you another 4. So I went from 6 strands here to 10 strands here. Okay, now we pull these up nice and snug. wants to fold in like that, but just let it. Let's try and get these all sort of looking like they're even. Okay, that's about it. Now we want to flatten it out. So yeah, this sinnet's not as solid as the this is just a simple over 2 sinnet, and it actually turns in much more solid. This one, oh, it sounds the same, but yeah, there's a bit more give in that, so it's harder to push it against it and flatten it. That's the way. So just peel it back a bit. See how now it's flat? Let's put that back in there to keep that open. Actually, that works better because it stiffens it up. Okay, so you want that nice flat disc. That's nice and flat. And then we tie a under 3 wall underneath this, which gives us this spiral here. So it's just like the wall we tied at the beginning, but we go, instead of going over under 1, we go under 3. So start with any one, go to 1, 2, 3. Next one is that one, 1, 2, 3. One, two, and 3. 1, 2, and the next one's round here. So 3. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So that one goes around there. Now I've only got 2 hanging ones down, so we have to go under that one, which is our first one we did. So under that one. Now this one goes under that one, under that first one, and under the second one we tied. So under that, and then under those 2. And this one goes under 1, 2, 3, all 3 of those. Sometimes it's easier. So that's the only one that does, all these come out here. This one doesn't have anything coming out of it, so push those 3. Okay. Alright, I'm going to leave it there for a second and come back to you. Okay, back again. So now we just have to tighten this one up. So let's go through and pull each one until you get most of the slack out. keep them parallel like that. It's already looking okay. We want them sort of snugged up underneath that disc. Just roll it around in your hands and pull each one. As long as you're pulling in a sort of a line like that. If you pull out, you'll just loosen the other ones. Yeah, this one here, so when I pull this one snugs in. That's what you're looking for, just to sort of settle them in. It's like when you're settling in a Matthew Walker knot. Okay, that's not too bad. Now what we do, because we're now come out in the middle of the knot, which is a bit of no man's land, we make a hole in here and push it up through here and bring it up to the top again. So each one of these bites is the outer bite of the man rope. We just push a spike through and bring her up. Let's go around and do that to each one. Try not to make these holes too big, because you don't really want them to loosen too much, so just as to the point where you can push it through. And last one. Okay, so pull each of those tight. Kind of close your fingers over them like that and then pull against them. Okay, almost done actually. Now we do an over 2 crown in the centre. We'll keep this loose. Now there's nowhere to go obviously, so you really have to force them back down and come out the bottom here. So if we go over 2, say this is the one we're going to move, go 1, 2, we need to take it down there somewhere. So we usually just pick a gap and then force your way through. And when I say force, you usually have to really force. Try not, there it is. Find that gap between, try not to push yourself through a cord itself, just the gap in the cord. So that's our hole, so we have to come back. Which one are we going? That one. So 1, 2. And we'll go down there. I just started to make holes. Usually they're a bit easier to go. So that's our next one we're going to move. We need to go into the next spot. So it'll be, I think this would be easier if it was a regular over 2 crown and not this crown sinnet rather than the sinnet I've used. But we should still be able to do it. That's our last one. Next one is this one. Pull a little bit of the slack out of those to see what we're doing. Otherwise they get in the way. But don't want it all out just yet. Next one is there, so we go over 2. We're almost down the same hole because it's a odd little setup with a sinnet that's underneath here. Centre open. It's ready to go. This is the hardest part. back in there to keep the gap open. And then pull these one at a time. And don't get them crossed over like this, so we go around and do them gradually. The ones come out at an odd place, but all good. Pull this one out. That's not it. That one. Okay. We'll go around. Bear with me, I'll just go and get the okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can trim these off smoothly. Come on. I'll try and get them up in there as much as I can so you can't see the towels. Trick is try not to cut any good bits of cord. Don't have enough hands. Okay. Alright, that's her. Those could be shoved up in a bit. Double glue on those maybe, but that'll be alright. Okay, so you've got a nice spiral with those bites on the top bridges, which is quite nice I think, and the sort of bicycle spoke thing going on with the crown. So that outside edge there is the is the man rope that we tied first. Then underneath that's the under 3 wall and the over 2 crown at the centre. So I think this would be better if it was like this one, which is a straight over 2 crowning, which actually ends up being more solid. Yeah, not too bad. This one seems to be a bit square for some reason, but like a bit square edge there. But both nice. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.